Vagrant tutorial for beginners. This is a complete Vagrant tutorial class and you are going to learn a lot. If you are a beginner and you don't know anything about Vagrant, this is the best video for you, and I'll be taking you from the basics. Even if you are not a technical person, you are going to understand Vagrant in this short video. So what is Vagrant? Vagrant is a virtual machine automation tool. It's a tool that we use to automate virtual machines, like the setting up, managing, and configuring virtual machines. This is what Vagrant is used for. So you can visit their website vagranthub.com and you'll be seeing a lot of things there. They have a lot of friendly documentation. However, at the end of this video, you are going to understand everything you need to know about Vagrant. Though we won't be doing much of practicals, however, the basics is all you need. If you understand the basics, you can pretty much do anything on Vagrant because it's so simple to use. Anything that you can do on a virtual machine, you can do it on. You can do it with Vagrant. And if you really understand what virtual machine is, then understanding Vagrant is so simple. If you have let's say if you don't have much knowledge of virtual machine, you can check our previous video. I just showed you what is virtual machine, how to create virtual machine, and how to set it up on your physical computer. So why do we need a virtual machine automation tool just like Vagrant? These two, they are useful in situations in situations where you need many virtual machines. Just imagine in an organization that they are making use of multiple virtual machines running on a single server. You can't imagine this organization to be setting up each virtual machine manually. Though that is what, like few times back, I can't say years, maybe a few years back, that is the only way possible. But these days, such process is time consuming. Just imagine setting up each virtual machine, installing all the services, configuring all the applications and things that will be working on the virtual machine, then moving on to another virtual machine, installing the services that will be running on that as well. It just takes a lot of time, and this is where virtual machine automation tool comes in. All these manual steps in configuring virtual machine, you do them with just a single file. Like, there is little to less manual steps. It is quick to set up. Just 2 words, you can set up like hundreds of virtual machine just from a single file. Easy to set up. You can set up multiple virtual machines in very short time. Alright, benefit of Vagrant. In Vagrant, you are not going to install operating system. If you understand how to set up virtual machine on your local computer, on your physical machine, you will know that after installing a hypervisor, maybe a virtualbox, you need to configure some settings on that. Then you need to download an operating system image. In this case, you don't need an operating system. You need something similar, but it's not that every time you need to install the virtual machine you are going to get an operating system. No, you don't need an operating system when using Vagrant. Then you have ready-made virtual machines that you can just implement. I'm going to show you all of that in a practical video. And lastly, you can manage all the virtual machines you have on a server inside a single file, just like a document, like a notepad. It's not a notepad, it's like a Ruby file, because Vagrant is Ruby written on a Ruby programming language. So just like a the Ruby file. Very simple. You don't need to understand Ruby. Very simple. Just configure configure the file. You can set up as many as possible virtual machines using that file. Now, how to set up Vagrant? It's very simple. These are the things you need to set up Vagrant. In the next video, I'll show you how to set it up, and the video should be linked below. To set up Vagrant is so simple. Just enable a virtual terminal in your BIOS settings. That's in fact, if you are setting up virtual machine, you need to enable that. Not virtual terminal, sorry. VT, virtualization technology. Enable virtualization technology in your BIOS settings. That's one. Secondly, you need to install the Vagrant too, and you can get that from vagrantup.com. And thirdly, you need an hypervisor, maybe a VirtualBox, if you'll be using this in your test environment, or if this will be running on a server, then you need a bare metal hypervisor, so something like ESXi hypervisor. So that's the third thing, but for a beginner, you just need a VirtualBox. That's all you need. VirtualBox, enable virtualization technology, and the Vagrant too. And the fourth thing that you should know is that Vagrant is a command line tool. It's not something that you use like it's not a GUI application that you just click. No, it's a command line tool. So you are going to need a command line, maybe git bash. If you are using Windows, git bash is okay. If you are using maybe Mac or Linux, I think the terminal too is okay. So git bash is just similar to having a terminal on your Linux operating system. So that's the four things you need, and you don't really need to understand much of command line. Just like 7 basic commands, you are good to go. Alright, and with that, we have come to the end of this video, guys. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video, where I will implement everything that we have talked about in this video step by step. Make sure you stay tuned. Bye for now.